this is Desai, and this is your beauty rundown. I'm gonna get ready with you guys quickly because that's how moms do it. So I'm just gonna show you how I achieve this look and talk to you a little bit about, you know, who I am and what I do and all that good stuff. So let's get started. All right, so to start, I always have to have a little headband in my hair. This is a favorite of mine from Daiso. If you guys are in, I think, Texas or California, you will have a Daiso near you or around you. They're not nationwide, but they're amazing because these little, like, they have the best trinkets of all sorts and skincare finds. It's a Japanese dollar store. I also did a video on that, so if you guys are interested in checking it out, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Per usual, I'm running late, and so we're gonna do this quick. But you know, I think it's great to give you guys a sense of what it's really like on a daily basis to kind of get ready. I'm gonna try and do this in 10 minutes. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm starting with a bare face. I put on my moisturizer. I'm now going to go in with my foundation. I'm using the Becca Skin Love. This is in the color Noisette. And I'm going in with some Glow Elixir drops. I'll list everything below just so I can get through some of the questions and stuff. But I will definitely list everything below that I'm using as I'm using it in order so it's easy to follow. Okay, so let's jump straight into the questions. So I see as my first question on hair. I feel like I have been really lucky in that I have a stylist that just knows my hair really well. So I've been going to her since I was about 19 or 20. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, I'm brown, and so whenever I used to go get my hair done, I'd go to like some of the most expensive salons and they would always try and make me blonde, and I was like, okay, I don't mind some subtle blonde highlights, but I have dark black brows. Like, I don't want to dye that. I don't want to change everything completely. And, you know, I definitely have had my moments in high school where I had like blonde hair and I was like, let's not do that again. Anyways, basically one of the biggest tips that I ever got, because I do have more dry hair, like I literally don't have to wash my hair. I don't even want to tell you guys, but I wash my hair once every week. So literally I go once every 7 days. If I've been styling it like crazy, then I will go maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days, but legit, I don't wash my hair that much. And that's because I remember I used to wash it every day because that's what I just assumed you were supposed to do. And my stylist was like, no, your hair's really dry, so if you can, go every other day without it. And so I started doing that and it made a difference. And so I started going 2 days, then I started going 3 days. And people ask me all the time, like, what about when you work out? I do the same thing. Like, my hair, for some reason, does not get oily. And, you know, if it's getting to the point where it's maybe a little stinky or something, then I'll just do a little bit of dry shampoo. Some people may think that's really gross, but like, my hair does not stink or anything. But it is on the dry side, you know? So anyways, okay, so I would say not washing it every day is huge. Also, styling wise, I go to sleep with it wet most of the time. So when I do wash it, I go to bed, I wash it at night, I go to bed, and then I wake up and it's like wavy, and so I'll run a curling iron through that. But I will say some of the best products that I have used to date, I'm really into the Bumble and Bumble thickening line right now. Which is amazing. The shampoo and conditioner I'm just like blown away by, as well as the leave-in conditioner, or the spray, like the pre-setting spray. It's really good. So those are two that I'm really into right now. Also, Way is really great. The wave spray. Those days you want to get out of the house but you don't have time really to do your hair, that's perfect. The other thing, because I am like a big drugstore person, that I found is OGX. That brand, which you can find at like Rite Aid, CVS. Oh my goodness. Their Sugar 2 Sold dry texture spray is so good. And yeah, it's under 10 bucks. So definitely check those out. And then for me, the other trick also is like, try and switch it up a little bit. You know, like I will kind of switch up just like I do my face washes, unless it's something like, you know, you're really prone to breakouts or something. I try and keep my hair a little bit, like, keep guessing. So I would say every 3 months I'm switching out shampoos and conditioners, and I feel like that helps my hair kind of stay in check a little bit and not get too used to something. So that's just something I do. Right, so, okay, skincare. This is a question. You have clear, radiant skin. Well, thank you. Give us your rundown of essential skin products and any regimens you have and can advise to others. Any home remedies. If you had an engagement and you suddenly got a pimple, how would you get rid of it? Great questions. Okay, so for me, gonna be really candid. I am 36 years old. I'm turning 37 really soon. And, you know, I think for me, the biggest thing that I've been doing pretty much, I don't know, since I can even remember is sun protection. My mom always like forced me to wear so much sunscreen, and even though I would get so annoyed with her, I'm so grateful for that, because there are things that I feel like I would otherwise notice right now if I didn't actually protect my skin. So I would say, ladies, if you're watching this and you're in your 20s or even younger, please protect your skin. And even if you're in your 30s, protect your skin. It's never too late, but you need to start doing it. So even if you're brown, like I think a lot of women have this misconception, I'm darker, so I don't need to wear sunscreen. Yes, you do. Protect your skin. So I would say that. Vitamin C is another product that I would say I don't think matters how old you are. Like in your 20s, start using vitamin C. It's a great product topically to use to help really even out skin tone, just make your skin and complexion look a lot brighter. And it's not too harsh. There's some formulas out there that you can get on the drugstore. I love number 7, which is sold at Target, which is great. SocoGlam, which is one of my favorites. They have this one called Triple C serum, and I love it. I'm gonna just set my face with a little bit of setting powder. Again, I'll list this. This is Maybelline Fit Me in Fairlight. So yeah, I would say vitamin C. And then for me, a big thing that I have incorporated lately is retinol. I would say, like, when I turned 35, retinol was a huge thing that I started incorporating to help kind of prevent wrinkles and pore size, things like that. Other things that I love at home are like microneedling. I actually just did a video on that if you guys are interested in checking that out. But microneedling at home, like things like that that are really going to keep my skin in check. And, you know, obviously I know there's a lot of gimmicky things out there, but I kind of really try hard to search high and low, budget-friendly things as well, things that are going to actually be worth the investment. And I try to be really honest about them, especially as far as like how they work for me personally. So the other thing that I would say is vitamin E is another thing almost similar to vitamin C, in that if you have any scarrings from like a zit that you just had to pick, that is great. My favorite is GNC. It's under $5. It's the ointment. I don't like oil. I don't like capsules. It has to be the ointment for me. For some reason, that's what works the best. So the ointment is really great. And then, I don't know, I feel like I can go on and on about skincare. The only other thing I will say about skincare, never forget about your neck. Like, your neck needs, it's an extension of your face. So if you take care of your face and not your neck, pretty soon when you're like 37, you're gonna start noticing the changes here, but not here. It's almost like your hands. They can give away your age. So pay attention to your neck, and bring, like when you do a mask, when you do anything skincare related, always remember your neck, okay? And then also, if I have a pimple that I know I have an event for that I have to get rid of, I will absolutely always use, my favorite is the Mario Badescu drying lotion. It's one of my all-time favorites. If you haven't picked it, use that the night before. Also the Neutrogena acne pen, it's like a lightening pen. I'll link it below. It's great. It's $20 at the drugstore. It kind of has light therapy. It operates off of light therapy, so it's something that you can really diminish, you know, like one of those suckers that are like under the skin that you're like, oh gosh, you are coming, and you are coming in strong. Okay, fashion. How would you describe your style? What looks do you go for, and colors work for you? Any favorite brands or stores to shop at, and are you a bargain shopper? Let me just start with, hell yes, I'm a bargain shopper. I'm the biggest bargain shopper ever. It is like, you know when you just get a rush, people get a rush with doing things? For me, it's like, show me a look that's on the red carpet and I'll be like, girl, I will find that, and I will find it on a budget. It is one of my favorite things to do. I treat myself a lot with my skincare because that's something I really am invested in. And with clothing, I feel like it's funny because after I got pregnant and had babies, I feel like your clothing just gets a little bit like, it's out of whack. I was kind of pregnant for 3 years straight, so I was kind of like, wait, am I this size, am I that size? So I started finding a lot of bargain shops, because like maternity clothes to me, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought they were super pricey for a fit and look that I wasn't too into. So I definitely am a big bargain shopper. Some of my favorite places, I still go to Forever 21. Am I allowed to do that? I'm 37 almost. I don't know, but don't tell anyone. Shh. ASOS, Zara, you know, places like that. And then I love like Shop Bop. Shop Up is one of my favorites. I love like Misa Los Angeles designers like that, which you can find on Shop Up. And then I also love, I love like boutique stores, you know? There's some places that you can find. I'm in LA, so there's a lot of places that you can find that are just so great. And my style, I'd say I'm classic with a twist of trendy because, you know, for the most part, like during the day, I'm laid back, classic and trendy. I don't know. It's like I'm a lot in one thing. So I can really fit different molds. It just depends on how I'm feeling that time or that day and what event it is. But like with school stuff, with the kids, I'm constantly pretty laid back in like a t-shirt and jeans. When I'm going out with the girls, I'll be like in a cute little LBD. I love heels, things like that. And I love to play with color. I think one of, you know, with my skin tone, I feel like we can work with, like women with brown skin can work with a lot of different colors. So I feel like I definitely play with a lot of color. I'm not shy from it, but my one staple rule is that if I'm investing in a piece, more likely than not, like I will sometimes invest a lot in a piece that is maybe a little bit more trendy, but more so than not, I invest a lot in my shoes and my bags and staple pieces that I know I can wear forever and will not go out of style. And then the pieces that I will, you know, go bargain shopping for are the ones that I'm like, oh, okay, like crochet is probably not going to be in another 6 months. I don't need to spend $100 or $200 on that, you know, unless I'm absolutely die hard about it. So that's kind of my rule of thumb with that. I basically want to look back at pictures, and even if it was of the moment, I want it to be little pieces that are of the moment. So it's like, I don't want to look back 15 years and be like, what was I thinking? I mean, sometimes those are fun to do, but I want to look back and be like, oh, I still looked cute. It was just those earrings. Like, what was I thinking? You know, kind of that. Okay, motherhood. Talk to us about your family life and how it all ties into your career. How do you balance your look, all while having many mom duties? Any advice to other mothers about not letting themselves go and preserving that sexy? Okay, I love this question because for me, one of the biggest reasons I started doing this like influencer game or mommy blogging is because I really wanted to show women, especially moms, because I was seriously one of those moms who thought, oh, as soon as I become a mom, I'm going to completely like just wear mom jeans, which are in right now, by the way. I'm gonna wear mom jeans and I'm just gonna let myself go. And I was very much scared about that. And I thought, okay, this is it. So now I'm pregnant, so let me let go of everything, including my career. And really, girls, that is so false. If I could say anything, I have created a way that I can work from home and also be mom, which I'm so grateful for. And in doing so, I'm doing what I love, which is beauty, lifestyle, talk. I feel like I'm the big sister for a lot of people, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of sharing all my tips and tricks that I've basically learned over the years as a makeup artist, as a TV host, or like behind the camera, like what I see through the lens, things like that. I feel like I've been able to gather a lot of tips and tricks that are useful to people. The way I balance it is like, I think about it just like I do fitness. If it's important to you, you will find time in the day to make it happen. For me, I literally have learned that it takes 5-10 minutes for me to get myself together. Obviously I'm chitty chatty right now, but I will do things like, for instance, in the car, I'll keep a little travel size of makeup bag and I'll just have like the essentials: concealer, blush, and mascara. And at least, even if I only have a minute, I call this car makeup, but even if I only have a minute, I will put myself together and just feel presentable, so I'm not like, oh my gosh, I really don't feel good about myself. And to me, confidence, obviously I think it really comes from within, but I really do feel and believe in the whole idea of like, if you look good, you feel good, both physically, emotionally, everything. And so with that comes working out too. I notice, like, for me, doing makeup is a lot easier than working out, but I notice when I do get myself to actually go and work out, I feel so good about it. So it's something that I try to incorporate daily. It's the same thing. Like, I don't think you're being vain if you're taking an extra 5 minutes of time, and even if that means you waking up 5 minutes earlier, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think mom shaming and mom guilt is a huge thing. I don't think you should be reprimanded or, like, you know, looked at negatively because you woke up an extra 10 minutes early to put yourself together. If that makes you feel good, girl, then do it. Like, for me, that's something that I thrive on, and people may look at that and be like, oh gosh, well, she probably spends like 20 minutes getting ready, and you know, she could be spending time with her family. And it's like, well, no, that's why I make sure I get up a little extra early, or I do it really quickly, like in the car, you know, things like that. So I don't know, I think basically when there's a will, there's a way. And I think there's always a practical way of doing things. So again, for me, I really try to appeal to that everyday woman that is looking for approachable looks, nothing that's gonna be like, oh, let me do this cut crease. That's gonna take me an hour and a half. Self-care is important, and if you don't prioritize yourself, then you can't really take care of anyone else. So it's really important you do take care of yourself. Okay, and diversity. Ooh, given today's social and political climate, we often look to entertainment for inspiration and even an escape. How important is it to you to be a voice of diversity and use your platform in the best way? What changes or additions would you like to see in diversity of entertainment or behind the screen? Oh, I love this question even more. Okay, let's talk about diversity in entertainment and just in social media and everything really. I think we're obviously in a time where we're seeing more and more come up, but is it enough? No, I don't think so. I grew up in a time where I didn't see anybody that looked like me. I want to see more people, diversity, not only color-wise, age-wise. You know, ageism is a huge thing. I want to see brown girls, but I want to see brown girls my age. I don't want to see just the 20-year-olds. Like, great. I want to see diversity across the board. Super important to me. It's something I hope for my kids all the time. Like, I want them to be able to turn on the TV or look to books and magazines or whatever they will be drawn to as they get older. I want them to see that they are represented, because I think it's very important as you grow up. It's what you identify with. And like for me growing up, I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me as far as my culture and my upbringing, and so that was kind of hard because it made me want to almost be something else. I identified more with my American upbringing than I did my Indian upbringing until later in life, and that was sad. You know, it's hard when you don't see enough of yourself in other people. It's hard to not question your own beauty, and it's one thing I always teach, and I preach this all the time, and I definitely practice it as well, but I tell not only my daughter but my son too, like, you should be able to admire other people's beauty without questioning your own. And that's exactly what I want them to do. I want them to be able to look to other people and admire the beauty and be like, she has blonde hair and blue eyes, but not question her own. Not say like, why do I not have that? Behind the scenes, we need to have people telling the stories. Like, the POV has to be of different demographics and ages too. Last but not least, some projects I'm working on. My dearest friends and I are currently working on a line in beauty and skincare as well. And so we are collaborating on a line that I think is gonna speak to a lot of women, especially our age, you know, not necessarily the teenagers or young 20s, and not necessarily somebody that's a lot older, but I think there's a good gap of people that voices need to be heard and needs need to be met, as far as like, how do I take care of my skin in my 30s, things like that. So we're working really hard on creating something for you ladies, and yeah, I can't wait to share more about it. But that's basically what I have going on for me, and just a lot more content that I want to put out there for you guys. So obviously I want to hear what it is that you guys want to see from me, so please do engage with me on my YouTube channel and my Instagram. All right guys, so that was a fun little chatty get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Shout out to Unpopular Style magazine, and don't forget to subscribe to them at unpopularstyle.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye.